the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From the place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
I don't know what happened there, guys, but I'm here now. Anyway, good afternoon and welcome to It's All Black and White TV. Gateshead 2, Newcastle 3, match reaction. Weather's playing havoc, I think, with my computer as well. If you do like what you see, then please do smash that like. It does help the channel at the top of the search, and also good for the algorithms as well, so people can find it more easily. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then come and smash that subscribe. Come and join this great community we have here. And also the bell notification will tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. So currently on 850 subscribers, so 150 away now from 1,000, which is fantastic. Thank you very much to everybody indeed. If you want to become a member, 99p a month, just click the join button. And also the if you want to make a donation, just click the $sign as well. Thank you. Right, let's get into some comments. Trolls, hi Tony, hi Trolls, hope you're well, mate. And he's got Maxi man of the match. Yeah, we'll come to that as well, Trolls. Look, we did say it's not about the result, it's about the fitness, because that's what it is. It's all about fitness. Gateshead are ahead of us in schedule, because obviously they start sooner than us. But you know, we saw the team sheets come out, and I will put those team sheets on the screen as well. So there's the team sheet there. Darlow on goal with Trippier, St. Maximin, Ritchie, Lewis, Target, Manquillo, Anderson, Byrne, Longstaff and Savage. That was the starting lineup. Now it looks a bit lopsided because there's so many fullbacks playing in that lineup. Gateshead lineup was announced as well. Mayor, Tinkler, Story, Booty, Whelan, Francis, Ollie, Adam Campbell, Hunter, Wern and Denanga. So there we go. Match was delayed because we're still trying to get fans into the stadium. So just waiting for fans to come in. So the match was delayed for a little bit. Look, this was a game of two halves, let's be honest. It was really a game of two halves. I mean, they could have scored early on, Gateshead, but they didn't. But 12 minutes in, Gateshead certainly did take the lead. Sloppy from Sean Longstaff. He lost it on the edge of the box. The ball falls to Denanga, and it's a lovely finish from him, by the way, past Darlow. It was a goal that could have been avoided. But again, we're not going to go criticising too many players, because it's their first game back. And you know, it's just getting the fitness back and getting back into the groove of playing football again. So yes, Sean Longstaff would probably be annoyed with himself that he was sloppy and he could have avoided that goal. But it is what it is. It does happen, you know. Your concentration's not quite there because, like I say, it's only the first game back at pre-season. So we can sort of forgive that one. But obviously you'd hope that more pre-season goes on, that sort of mistake won't happen again. So Gateshead deservedly went 1-0 up. And I mean, look, we had some chances. We could have scored as well. I thought Maxi and Anderson looked lively. Trippier looked home in the middle of the park, believe it or not. I thought it was weird move what we had him, but he didn't play too bad, to be fair. I thought Marcus Denanga for Gateshead did look very lively for them up front. I wasn't too struck on Remy Savage, but again, he's a young lad. We've got to give him a chance, haven't we? I mean, look, Maxi did try in the first half to get us an equaliser. You know, he, again, a great save produced by May of Gateshead, or else it would have been 1-1. And also, you know, in the last part of the first half, towards the latter stage of the first half, great ball in by Trippier where Maxi was to head it home, but Lewis Story headed the ball behind. Then Gateshead went 2-0 up as well. Steve Wern makes it 2. We failed to deal with the ball at the back, and he scored at the second time of asking after 45 minutes. And that was on literally the stroke of half time. Again, honestly, in my opinion, I thought Darlow was woeful in that half. I really did. And I thought if that's Darlow putting himself in the shop window, he ain't doing a very good job, because teams are going to look at him and say, hang on a minute, don't want him. I thought he was absolutely diabolical. And yes, I did say I'm not criticising players, but I'm sorry, I am criticising him. I thought he was absolutely diabolical, that guy. Sooner he's out this club, the better. Hopefully, Leeds will just have not seen that and they'll just take him anyway. Just go, you know, we don't want you. I'm going to get into some comments. Bob says, good afternoon. He says, Alex Murphy looks like a great prospect future. Centre half for the Toon. Yes, he does. I was quite impressed with him when he came on. Always had to come back from being 2 down. Says, always got to come back from 2 down, says Paul. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, absolutely. David Smith, good afternoon. He says, looking good. Longstaff was bad today, says Trolls. Yeah, again, it's the start of pre-season, and the players who've got the passes from Maxi should have scored, in my opinion. Especially Jamal Lewis, he should have scored it. He missed an absolute sitter. Pete, afternoon to you. Pete, he says, Darlow, time to go. Lewis woeful in the first half, I thought. Yeah, there were as well. There wasn't a lot of great. You look at the team out there, not a lot of them players look great at all, do they? So like I say, Gateshead went and 2-0 up the break, so half time came. And, you know, I think if we had to look at that and think, right, if we get the next goal, then we're in here, you know. And on 50 minutes, we certainly did. We certainly did get back into the game. Elliot Anderson, who I thought had a good game, you know, he kept his composure in the box and he calmly slotted the ball past Mayer after a mistake from their defender Richardson. So I thought, all in all, that was a great finish from Anderson. He could have gone down, could have got a penalty maybe, but he stayed on his feet and he managed to put the ball in the back of the net. And absolutely fantastic. And then you could see we were trying to get back into the game. You know, maybe at half time, Eddie's give them a right rollicking and said, look, I'm not happy with that performance. I want to see an improvement in the second half. Obviously, we saw Karius come on for Darlow at the start of the second half. Thank God for that, because I tell you now, if Darlow had come back out in that second half, we could easily have probably lost that game, in all honesty. And then it was 2-2 after 58 minutes. Anderson again pounced on a Gateshead mistake and he squared it selflessly. You know, he could have took it on himself, but he decided to pass it to Maxi, who had a tap in, and Maxi put it away in the back of the net and made it 2-2. I thought Karius played well. I know he didn't have a lot to do in terms of making many saves or anything like that, but I thought his distribution from, you know, I think there was one point where the ball came to his feet and he picked the ball up, or it was a shot that came and he picked the ball up, and without hesitation, it was straight thrown out down to one of the players. You know, I thought he was absolutely terrific when he came on. His distribution from Karius was brilliant. I mean, the way, like I say, he got that ball and he threw it straight away. He didn't look around to see where players were. He knew where they were, and he just got the ball away and set one another attack. So I think if we need a backup keeper, we've got a backup keeper. I think he's got to be second choice to Pope, in my opinion, as Loris Karius. We nearly made a 3-2 as well when there was some great play by Maxi when he was dipping and diving and ducking beyond players. He squared it for Anderson, but it was a great block by the defender to deny us getting that third goal. We did make some changes. Off went St. Maximum, Trippier, Target, Ritchie and Longstaff. On come Ashby, DeBall, White, Lewis Miley and Parkinson. And then again, 6 minutes later, we made more changes. Nadewini and Turner Cook both came on for Anderson and Manquillo, who went off. Obviously, they made a lot of changes as well. Gateshead, our ex-player Tom Allen come on and won a corner for Gateshead, but Carriers dealt with it. Another change, Charlie Bigger came on at the back and Jamal Lewis went off. Dan Burn was out at left back. And then obviously we saw that beautiful play from Lewis Miley. He cut inside, he floated in an inch perfect ball, and Turner Cook with a well-timed volley past our ex-goalkeeper Rob Elliott back of the net. 3-2 Newcastle. And you look at that and say, yeah, that's basically game over now. We made one last change where Jamie Miley came on for Dan Burn. And we basically had a team full of kids, bar Ashby and Carrius for the final 10 minutes. Yes, we sat deep for that 10 minutes, but you know what? They didn't get an equaliser, and we went on and won that game. And, you know, it was definitely a game of two halves, that's for sure. And I was really pleased that we came back and got that, because probably at half time, probably all the Mackhams were ready with their phones and, you know, to get onto Twitter and Facebook and everything and to start saying, oh, let's have a giggle here. Well, you know, maybe they've had to crawl back in now and think, oh, we can't do that now. So maybe their afternoon's been spot. They'll have to look for something else to do, won't they now? But yeah, I mean, look, it was a nice run out for the team, and as I say, I thought Carl Darlow was absolutely diabolical, and I don't want to see him in a Newcastle shirt again. My man of the match goes to this man, Alan St. Maximum. I thought he was absolutely terrific. Yes, I know some people might say, but it's only Gateshead. It doesn't matter, it's only Gateshead. The fact is, he showed desire. He showed grit. He showed determination. You could see how much he wanted it. And this is what I want to see from Maxi. I want to see this more regular. And, you know, I want to see him playing. I want to see him on the pitch more regular, not the treatment table. So, you know, I want this guy to stay. I want this guy to succeed. I think he deserves his chance for us in the Champions League, considering the crap hand he was dealt with the previous owner. So I want to see Maxi more on the pitch, less on the treatment table. If we see that, we'll have a great player on our hands, because in the Champions League, he can be a master stroke for us in the Champions League, believe me. Right, I'm going to get into some comments now and see what people have had to say. Rolly says, good afternoon, Rolly says, a good run out. Darlow wasn't great. Not sure what shape we were playing. A lot of ring rust, especially in the first half. Maxi can't play through the middle. The youngsters look good. Yes, they did, Rolly, absolutely. Pete says a stunk day as well, my word. Were you one of them that left, Pete? Because I knew there was a lot of fans left the stadium, didn't they? And obviously packed into the pubs to go and probably watch the match there or whatever. But did you stay for the whole game, Pete? Or were you one of them that went? Because that storm that came at half time looked absolutely horrendous, didn't it? I saw it on screen, the thunder and lightning there. I was like, gosh. Good afternoon, Tony, and everyone in the chat, says Gareth. Good afternoon, Gareth. Hope you're well, my friend. I mean, look, as I say, that was a game of two halves, but a game we've won. It doesn't matter. I know we say the result doesn't really matter, but I think there would have been a lot of people out there having to go, oh yeah, look, Newcastle couldn't even beat Gateshead, but without looking at the team and seeing that we had a team full of youngsters, you know. When you think we're missing with the likes of Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton, Joe Willock, Sven Botman, Anthony Gordon. Some big players missing out the team. Callum Wilson. I mean, at the match today in the stands, there was Callum Wilson, Joe Linton, and Bruno were there to watch the game. So they were in the corporate area. But, and I wonder if they enjoyed it. Pete says he stayed for the full game, but got really caught in it. Terrible, mate, and it terrible. I don't know if you saw any team sheet this afternoon for the Leicester game. They're away to Northampton Town in a friendly. It's Sixfields. No Harvey Barnes in that team. Don't know what your thoughts are on that. Is it something we read into, or do we not bother reading into it? But Harvey Barnes is not involved with Leicester whatsoever. So just thought I would put that one out there. In other news as well, linking us with other players around So Tino Livramento, yes, this deal here, this is a deal, as far as we know now, according to the Chronicle, is not going to be done. It looks like the asking price that Southampton want is far too steep, and we are not willing to pay it. So it looks like this deal is all but dead now. So looks like Livramento will be a Southampton player come the start of the Championship season. This is due to the sell-on clause that Chelsea have inserted. And so Livramento looks like he is staying at Southampton for the foreseeable. So I thought I'd report that one to you. Now, according to Sky Germany, apparently, yes, we are in talks. Well, we have been in talks with this guy, and we are in talks with Monaco over a fee for Axel Disasi. What they are saying is we are ahead of Man United in the race for Disasi. Man United have got to sell some players like Maguire, who they can't seem to get rid of. Wonder why? Because nobody wants to take him. That's why. So according to Sky Sports Germany, we are ahead of the race, and yes, Monaco have said there is no concrete offers as yet, but again, that's one to keep an eye on. So, and when Sky Germany are reporting something like that, they're not normally too far wrong. So again, that's the one we'll keep an eye on. Great player if we can get him in. Absolutely fantastic. And the next one, which I'm going to share on the screen now, and to me, I don't think this is doable. I really don't. But there again, I could be wrong. But here it comes. Right. So, according to, I've seen it on Twitter, according to some sources, Kvaratskhelia, apparently we're in for him for around 90 million euros. Now, I can't see this happening. I'm sorry, I can't. Why are we going to go and blow that much money on this player? Where we've got to work within the parameters of FFP and all that malarkey. So, to me, I can't see this one happening. I think it's a no-go, in my opinion. If it did come off and he came, then yeah, I would be well up for that. He's a 22-year-old left winger, Georgian, can play with both feet. Strengths are his position and his high pressing and his playmaking. Last season in Serie A, he did start 30 games out of 34, was team of the week 8 times, scored 12 goals and registered 10 assists as well. The guy is a baller, let's be honest, he really is. But on all honesty, I can't see this deal happening. I've seen people putting out there, this could be a smoke screen that we've gone for Harvey Barnes and really this player's coming in the door like we did with Isak. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm on the fence on this one. But what I'm going to say is it's not happening. If it happens, then do you know what? I'll take it back. But I don't think it is happening. What's your thoughts? Get them in on the chat on that one as well. Mark says Harvey Barnes being Newcastle player. Yeah. Yeah, they'll all be laughing at half time saying we are going to embarrass ourselves in the Champions League. Well, we didn't. Sai says if there's one thing we learned from today's game, we desperately need a left back. Yes, we do, absolutely. We do need a left back. Lewis is not good enough at all. The Manquillo didn't even look great either, did he, today? So, Troll says we won't buy him, but I don't think it's the lack of funds that we are in for him in the summer. Yeah, I don't think it is, but I can't see it happening, to be honest. And Andrew says, yeah, absolutely fine, mate, absolutely fine. Hope you are as well. I mean, look, like I say, with Kvaratskhelia, I can't see that happening. We don't know what's happening with the Diaby thing, Aston Villa. Again, were we really in for Diaby? That is the thing. And this is what's great about the club, because it has people guessing who we're actually in for. Because I think if we were serious for Diaby, I think we would have been in there and probably had him in the club by now. So I don't think we're in for Diaby. The same with, like, I don't know why this Kvaratskhelia is all of a sudden just come to the fore all of a sudden, and we're like, boom, going to go out and get him. I just don't get where that's come from, that story. But Disasi, if we got him, exactly what we need. Right-sided centre-back. And we definitely need a left-back. Who we get as a left-back, I do not know. There is plenty of options out there for left backs. I'm sure we'll get somebody in. Doesn't look like we're going to get Kieran Tierney, because he's going back to Scotland apparently, as far as we know. That's according to rumours. But again, that's just a rumour. We don't know if that's true or not. So we'll just wait and see. But on Tuesday, we're off to Rangers in a friendly, which is going to be stronger game. I think we'll have a different lineup again on Tuesday night against Rangers. I think it'll be totally different to what we saw today. I don't think in one way Eddie Howe was like dismissing Gateshead, but I think he just wanted to give other people a run out. I didn't think Remy Savage looked that great, in all honesty, but again, he's just a youngster. Give him a chance. Let's see. Because he did look a bit all over the place. And you sort of think, well, why did Tottenham release him? Was there a reason Tottenham released him? We don't know. So again, we've got to give the lad credit. But Alex Murphy definitely looks a great centre half. And again, he's only going to get better and better. Troll says we do need a pacey left back, in my opinion. Yes, we do, mate. Absolutely. Someone like a Bruno Sosa or a Mitchell Bakker. I mean, look, Mitchell Bakker will be available because they've signed Alex Grimaldo, so I can't see Mitchell Bakker getting past him. So that's going to be an interesting one. He's not a bad left back, Mitchell Bakker. So again, could we be in for him? Who knows? I mean, the club seem to keep their cards close to their chest. So again, we will just wait and see on that one and see what comes of it. In fact, sorry, I've just seen that now. We won't be actually buying Mitchell Bakker because he's actually gone to Atalanta in Italy. I didn't realise he'd left. So he's at Atalanta. So there we go. So we won't be getting Mitchell Bakker. So he's definitely gone. He's gone to Atalanta in Serie A for next season. So there we go. I didn't even see that move happen. I didn't even know that happened at all. But but Bruno Sosa, I mean, look, he's a cracking left back, the Croatian, currently a VfB Stuttgart. I mean, he's 25 years of age. He can play defensive left and midfield left. He started 22 out of 25 games last season, 5 times team of the week, 2 goals, 7 assists. So that's not bad for a left back. I know the rumours are still circulating that we're still in for Federico DiMarco of Inter Milan. So again, that's another one we have to watch. We did try for Theo Hernandez, but apparently our bid of 60 million euros was rejected. It wasn't high enough. But I think Milan selling players again, that might not happen. So again, we'll just wait and see who we get in for a left back. How are you, the lads? good afternoon, mate. He says, ESM was very good today. Surely he creates a lot. Shame Anderson's finishing is poor. I mean, Anderson took his goal well. Yeah, he could have had a few more goals and whatever. But again, it's the first game of pre-season, you know. First game of pre-season. Got to give these lads a chance. Just give them a chance to, to get that fitness up. It's going to take a while. So, yeah. And while you're on the screen, I mean, look, I haven't seen you for a while, but do you remember when you mentioned a couple of weeks ago how we the lads in one of my shows, and you said, "Oh, that French kid who plays in the under-21s, the French kid in the under-21s, Eli Wahi, this guy here, I'm going to put him on screen now. Well, funny enough, we are linked to him. He's rated around about 40 million euros. He's got a cracking goal scoring record in Ligue 1. He's only 20 years of age. This kid's going to get better and better. And I know there's links with Jonathan David. And Jonathan David is a terrific player. But this guy is a baller as well. I mean, I can't believe his stats. I mean, look, last season he was supposed to be expected goals was XG was 12.22. But he actually scored 19 goals in 33 games for a 20-year-old striker. And supposedly aerial duels and ball control is his weakness. So again, and he scored 3 with his header. With his head, and he got 5 assists as well. So yeah, definitely not a bad shout, that one from Howie the Lads a couple of weeks ago. So I just thought I'd mention that one. But yeah. Right. Mark says, what about Crystal Palace back Zaha? I thought he's a winger, isn't he, Wilfred Zaha? I don't think so. I'm not sure about him. He's knocking on now, though, isn't he? Adam says, good afternoon. He says, DeMarco for me will be our best option for left back. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I like DeMarco. I really do. He's a good attacking left back. Any of the younger players stand out for you, Tony? ESM, good game. ESM for me, man the match without a doubt. Lewis Maley, I thought that was a cracking, lovely little ball that he dinked in. And Turner Cook took the volley well, so I thought them two linked up really well. Alex Murphy, another one. Alan as well. I thought he was terrific as well when he came on. Wasn't impressed with Remy Savage, but again, it's only a first game. As for Darlow, he can hurry up and get out of the club. Same with Jamal Lewis, another one that's just a waste of money. Let's just start getting rid of some of these players. DeMarco's decent left wing back, but is he a good left back? That's the thing, Si. Yeah, he's more of attacking, isn't he? That's the problem. We don't play with a wing back system. Paul says, good afternoon, Tony. Some great youngsters. The future looks good. Up the tune. Absolutely. And that's the thing. That's the key. We're trying to make the academy better, and we are doing really well with that now. I like the left back from Moles. Bueno, yes, we've been linked with him as well. Anderson struggled even putting the ball in it when he did. Yeah, definitely. I like Bueno. He looks a good player. Howie the Lad says, Eli Wahi is a goal machine at all levels he's played. Well, he is. I mean, look, if I go to his stats from the season before, so that's the 21-22 season. So remember, this was his second season, because this last season was his third season of playing in Ligue 1. He started 21 out of 33 games, scored 10 goals, and registered 2 assists. Cracking stats. And the season before that, which was 2020-2021, he started 3 out of 18 games, got 3 goals and 1 assist. And that was his debut season. He is. He looks a real talent. Absolutely. Howie the Lads don't rate David. Well, he will keep improving. That's the thing he will do, won't he? Predator says, hi Tony, I thought some of the kids played really well today. A few definitely worth keeping an eye on. Absolutely. I think Lewis Maley will stay in, and I don't think he'll go on loan, unless if we do, it'll just be for half the season. But yeah, the kids, there was quite a lot of them good ones out there. And I think we'll see a totally different team on Tuesday. Howie the lad says, did you know Jamal Lewis was nearly on double the wage of what Dan Burn is until recently? That's just ridiculous, isn't it? But he needs to go. Troll says, Jamal Lewis found his level Sunday football. He's found something, because I tell you what, he was shocking. I do not rate him one bit. I thought Target didn't have the greatest game either. We sort of played Kieran Trippier in a central midfield role, which seemed a bit strange. But again, if it works, it works. But yeah, it was a strange game today, that's for sure. But, the main thing is we've won the game. Note response after Leicester friendly again today could mean nothing, but think it's only a matter of time now before we know if he's come to us or anywhere else. Yeah, I mean, look, I reported this earlier on in the show that he wasn't on the team sheet today or in the squad. I think something's definitely happening there. But again, we'll have to wait and see on that one, see what happens. But it's an interesting one to keep an eye on. And I did say earlier on, if people didn't catch it, according to Sky Sports Germany, we are ahead of Man United in the race to sign Axel Disasi from AS Monaco. AS Monaco have received no concrete offers as yet, but Sky Sports Germany say that we are ahead because obviously Man U can't get rid of Maguire. Would be former Maxi Fine, Longstaff, May. Burn. Miley looks like a beast unit in the making. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I mean, yeah, Longstaff and Burn, I think we've got to look at that and say it's their first game back and just, they've got to improve on that. And I'm sure Longstaff will be annoyed at giving that ball away. Howie the lad says Ashby's going to be pushing trips now. Yeah, I think he will do, yeah. Although they're talking about sending him out on loan. Aiden says, I think DeMarco needs work defensively, which Eddie would help with, but he must have a decent base for Eddie to work out with defensively. Otherwise, and I wouldn't use him at centre-back when injuries come. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that one. House said after the game, nothing is close when it comes to transfers. Well, he's going to say that because he's not going to see anything, as he's not going to give anything away. So he will say that. And Predators just said exactly what I said. Howie the lad says, yes, we need a good defending left back, not a left wing back, because Maxi is in front of him. Let him do his biz, yeah. Rowley says, Leicester won't play Barnes before he's sold to avoid an injury. Well, yeah, they won't know. But there again, they could have. They could have quite easily had him on the bench, though. Even if they didn't play him, they could have had him on the bench just to see, oh, look, he's still a Leicester player. Troll says, think about this. Miley has Bruno and now Tonali to learn from too. Absolutely. Definitely has, mate. Definitely. But no, I see. I mean, it's been a great afternoon for us. We, 2-0 down. It was definitely a game of two halves. 2-0 down, then win the game 3-2. Great goals. I thought the last goal was probably the best goal of the game, best move of the game, with the Lewis Miley ball that he put in and Turner Cook on the volley into the back of the net. Just happened to be past Rob Elliott, who played for us in goal. Again, Rob Elliott never let us down, really. He was a good goalkeeper for us. He wasn't a bad signing for £100,000 from Charlton Athletic. As I say, I thought Karius had a decent second half. Yes, he didn't have a lot to do, but I thought his distribution was spot on. With the way he got that ball out quickly. I think it was from across us on the ball came and he got the ball in his hands and straight away he threw it out straight to one of our players. He looked much better in the second half than what Darlow did in the first half. Darlow just looked so shaky. Sai says, with age catching up with Trippier's legs, maybe a new role at the 6 could be an option for Eddie. Do you know what? That's not a bad shout, yeah. Absolutely, that's a good shout. Absolutely, totally agree with that one. Again, we just have to see what happens and Right, okay, so then, so we know we definitely need rid of players. We saw there was no Jeff Hendrick, Fraser or Hayden anywhere near that squad today. So that suggests they are totally well and truly out of the team picture and we need rid. Leeds are wanting, obviously, Darlow and Fraser. Well, I can bloody have them. Just take them off our hands, you know. Just get rid. I think we could still get 5 million for Darlow, in all honesty. But I'm coming to the end of the show now. But if you have enjoyed what you see, please do smash that like if you haven't done so already. It does help the channel at the top of the search, and also means people find it more easy. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe, join this great community, and the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. So I'm currently on 850 subscribers, so 150 away now from 1,000. So thank you very much. For a channel that hasn't been going that long, it's 9 months old next Saturday, and it's come a long way in such a short time, and it's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed so far as well. All the best, lads, says Harry the lads. All the best to you as well, mate. Thank you very much indeed. You can follow me down there at TonyTooney31 on Twitter. The same on Twitch as well. Just follow me and I'll follow you back. Also, I'm on Facebook on It's All Black and White TV. You can click that to join and I'll let you in because I'll get a request. Also on Threads as well, it's All Black and White TV. Would be fun. I love the banter. Keep it up, brother. Thank you very much indeed. Would be absolutely, mate. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, look, on a day we've played our first pre-season game. We've won. Let's hope we can go to Scotland, go and beat Rangers. That would be even better. And then we've got the American. Because remember, winning breeds confidence. So winning games, and to be 2 down to come back to win 3-2 in tricky conditions against Gateshead as well. Let's be honest. The thunder, the lightning, the rain, because our pitch did not look great in the second half, let's be honest. So to come back and win 3-2 was absolutely fantastic. It'd be nice to go into the summer series, go and win that summer series, and then come back and win the Salah Cup as well. Wouldn't that be a fantastic start before the season? So that would be absolutely brilliant. Great show. Thanks, Trolls. Thanks, mate. All the best. But yeah, that would be absolutely fantastic if we could win the summer series and the Salah Cup. And that would just be the start, wouldn't it? So, but I think we'll definitely see a different team on Tuesday. But I hope you've all enjoyed this little show. Sorry it was only a short one, but it was just a little match reaction and a little bit of transfer news floating about as well. But until then, do enjoy the rest of your afternoon, whatever you're doing, and stay safe. And remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. Away the lads.